It was great. He really epitomizes what we're all about as a team as far as loving the big moment, coming through in big hits, really making a huge sacrifice, but being prepared when called upon, and his work every day from the cage to taking grounders to taking fly balls in the outfield. And this game honors you. It has a great way of doing that. And, it couldn't have happened to a better teammate.
Clayton didn't have his best stuff tonight. His command not necessarily there. 5 walks uncharacteristic, but was able to work around the traffic. How did he do it?
Obviously, JT made a really nice play, made it for that the misplay earlier. He just found a way to kind of avoid that big inning and willed himself. Yeah, because I think that you look at the stuff. Actually, the stuff, I thought there were some good sliders. I thought the velocity was good tonight. But it was just the command, and I think everything he was misfiring a little bit on the curveball, the slider, the fastball just missing, at times. But with him, yeah, very uncharacteristic. 5 walks tonight? But he just has that way of kind of keeping us in a baseball game, and fortunately we picked him up.
About that emotion from Maeda after almost an immaculate inning, 10 pitches, 9 of which were strikes.
It was this year, obviously, in the pen, best we've seen him. And it's still that transition that he's still trying to get used to. But as far as stuff, the conviction with the fastball, attacking hitters, and then that slider with the depth, we had him go against their best. And so it was really exciting to see. I know it was good to see him with that emotion.
When you see Kenta stuff play like that, does it make you think that maybe you could get the Kenta who was such a weapon for you?
Oh, we're betting on it. And I think that's why we made the move, and considering when we made the move, the position we were in, we need those huge outs from Kenta. And we've seen it, and his buy-in, like many others. And today, for it to kind of play out like that, CT saying it's the biggest hit of his career. Yesterday was the biggest game of the year. Tonight was the biggest game of the year. So that team, we talk about a playoff game. This was very much like a playoff atmosphere.
Is it hard when Kenta's on like that and he only makes 10 pitches to not think about wanting to send him back out for the 9th and maybe leave Kenley for the 10th if that's what happens?
No. He had a day off. He threw 27, 28 pitches. It was a 1+ situation 2 days ago. So Kenley's the guy that in this situation, I tried that one before. And it didn't work out when I tried to save the closer for that extra inning. So I think that right now, that's why we went with the guys that I felt gave us the best chance to hold a lead and to win a baseball game.
Clayton said it's hard to quantify, but what is all your in-game experience being on a night like this where you guys have done this before, World Series, NLCS?
It's not easy for major league players to come out every single night and play it, and have to play at a high level for an extended period of time, but the experience that we have, the depth that we have, we're able to do that, and it's not easy. But tomorrow we're going to come with the same kind of intent, preparation, and focus. And I expect that from our guys, and I think that they expect that from one another.
Does it feel like you guys are playing your best baseball right now?
Yeah. It's not really hard to not really going out on a limb. We've been sort of inconsistent all year long, so things are coming together at the right time, yes.
What does 1.5 games up with 10 to go mean to you?
We're right where we need to be, and we've said for so long we control our own fate. And I think, to Jorge's point, we're playing our best baseball. So to now have those guys chasing us and put a little bit of pressure on them. And I think that we're going to be ready. We got Walker going tomorrow and ready to kind of put him away tomorrow.
What's the difference in Taylor's at-bats the last handful of games, last week or so?
For me, the swing's gotten a little bit shorter. And I think all year long he's been trying to work through mechanics, and he was underneath the baseball. But he's been working hard on trying to kind of flatten it out a little bit, lower the trajectory a little bit. And I think that was a pitch that was up and in, a slider up and in. And so for him to pull his hands in and get the barrel to it and keep it fair, that's a tough swing. And so for him to not be working underneath too much allowed him to get the barrel to it and backspin it. So he's been working really hard, and he and the hitting coach are doing a great job.
talk about this team playing its best baseball of the year. Do you also feel like it's set up the best? Like now you've got your lefty hitters, your righty hitters, your relievers, the way you want them in your rotation.
I think so. I think so. And you know, tonight, I mean, we ran out, got a lot of position players tonight. So everyone is kind of making an impact. So again, whether you start the game, you're probably going to get in there at some point in time to help us win a baseball game. So it is nice when you have a lot of good players. You can kind of always have the best matchup. And fortunately for us, whether it's the pitching side against a particular hitter or our guy taking in at bat against somebody that we like the matchup, that's a good thing.
Hey, what do you make of Dozier's struggles recently here? And with just 10 games left, how do you try to get him out of that and back?
I think Brian, the last week, the results haven't been there for him, but he's a pro. He's grinding, trying to work through it, not getting the results. But I do think the at-bat quality is there, and so you know, these last 10 games, we're going to need them. We're going to count on them, but we got a lot of good players.
The fact that this season has been kind of a struggle to get to this point, an inconsistent ride, do you think in any way that can help in October because you've already overcome a lot once you get there?
I think that, you know, we talked about a couple weeks ago that it's the playoffs, and we kind of accepted that and embraced it. And so right now, you know, when you're talking about a postseason of potentially a month, for us it's 2 months, and that's a byproduct of the 5 months of baseball that we played before September. So like I said, we know what's at stake. We know every baseball game is important here on to the end of the season.
You talk about matchups. Why was Muncy the guy in the 7th inning?
Muncy,
Just freely.
because I thought that he really handles lefties well. So I think that I liked him. I was going to keep him in the baseball game. And then it's that or Farmer. And for me, I think that you're starting to look at guys that are potentially going to help you on the playoff roster. And he's taking at bats against lefties. So he's seen them before. And that was why I made my decision.
Have you kicked around the potential downside to all the depth, which is a lot of guys dolefully staring at you?
When am I going to play?
We've heard a million times the game humbles you. Earlier you said the game honors you.
It does as well.
Is that sort of the message to,
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
collective is?
Absolutely, Tim. Yeah, because I think that when you show hard work, consistency, unselfishness, sacrifice, I think that those are good ingredients. And so we got some very humble players and talented players. So yeah, it's kind of shown itself a little bit.